Hey everybody, welcome back to Cool Stuff Etc. My name is Riley, and today we're going to be doing some haul-related activities. Got some books, mostly books, a little bit of DVDs, and just to address the rumors, just to address them, yes, it is true that at the beginning of this year, I said that I was going to be not buying a lot of books, because I have a lot of books, and I've given it some thought, and fuck that. No, but there is a reason though. And so I think what actually struck me was that I primarily buy books from my local used bookstore and a thrift store that I frequent and Barnes & Noble. And I would say it's probably 50-50, or it was 50-50 between Barnes & Noble and this used bookstore slash thrift store thing. So I decided that I will be abstaining from buying from Barnes & Noble solely because I want to keep supporting the local businesses, because I really like this used bookstore. Especially I like going there. It's very comfortable. It's very cozy. I like the ladies who work there. They talk a lot with me, and I enjoy having conversations with them. So for that reason, I'm going to be still buying books. However, I will be, I will be trying my best to limit how much I purchase. And despite what I'm about to go through, I actually did a good job. I was going to buy a lot more books at the used bookstore, especially. But yeah, that's enough of a preamble to this. Let's get into it. We'll start with some purchases from the thrift store. I'm really excited about this one, actually. If I can get it out of the bag. This is The Blade Itself by Joe Abercrombie. I see people talking about this all the time. It is a grimdark fantasy. If you're not familiar with grimdark, it is a subgenre of fantasy. You think Game of Thrones, where, things are gritty and, realistic, quote unquote, very dark, violent, a lot of complex characters. Things are not so cut and dry. Like, it is a response to Tolkien's, light, good, darkness, bad type of morality. So, I just have heard great things about this series, and I saw this for a really good price, and I also I've not seen this edition before, but I like how it looks. I don't know if it's better than the other ones that I've seen, but I do like it. I think that I might have messed up a little bit getting this simply because I am not sure how easy it is to procure the two following novels in this edition. So I guess we'll see how that goes out eventually. But yeah, happy to have this. Okay, let's go to this next bag. This is a double bag for some reason. Okay, these are also from the thrift store, I believe. First off, we'll start with Werner. I've heard someone say Vingy. I thought it was Vinge. I actually don't know. But this is A Deepness in the Sky. I did not know this was a sequel to, I think it's called Fire in the Deep. Fire Upon the Deep. So it's a sequel. So, or I guess technically it's a prequel, actually. I'm just reading this little blurb. But the reason I bought this is because I have made arrangements to begin reading all of the Hugo Award winners for Best Novel over the past couple of decades. So, and I want to kind of do that as a series on this channel. My plan is to read the novels, to kind of do a deep dive analysis / review / history of. So I bought this just in preparation for when this one comes up. I think the first one I'll start with is Ringworld, which I have a copy of. And so I don't know, expect that in the coming months, I guess. I don't know how long it'll take me to get started on that, but that is something I would like to do this year. As for this book, I don't know much about it, other than it is a very, very well-beloved sci-fi novel. Werner Vinge, I think Vinge, I still don't know, but He's won many, many Hugo Awards, which leads me to believe that he is a very talented author. So I'll read this and I'll see. I'm excited to get into this. And then the other book I bought is The Complete Book of Swords, comprising the first, second, and third books, by Fred Saberhagen. I recognize the author name, and I think I recognize Book of Swords as a series, but really why I bought this was, one, I guess because it contains all 3 novels, which I like, and 2 is just the edition was really cool. It's a really cool hardcover edition. Yeah, I liked the it's a very earth toned, brown, as you can see, brown and dark brown. But I like it. I don't know. It feels very. It makes it feel very like old, like an old Bible or something. But yeah, I know nothing about this series. I simply purchased this because I thought it looked cool. I also appreciate that it's not super long, even though it's a full series. Like, it's only 600 pages, which is in fantasy, it's basically nothing for a full series. So yeah, Complete Book of Swords. All right, let's move on. This is a bigger haul from the used bookstore, but a lot of these were cheaper. So I got this Robert Heinlein, Podkayne of Mars. I've just heard Heinlein's name a lot. He's also a Hugo Award winner for Starship Troopers, which I've seen the film adaptation of, but not read the novel. And I just saw this. I saw a couple of copies of Heinlein novels at the used bookstore, and I chose just to get one of them. And this one to me just seemed the coolest. I also liked that it was shorter. It's a standalone novel. It's not, so I don't have to prepare myself to read several books. So that was my thinking. I'm not super, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not super in love with the cover art or the lettering. It just, I don't know, it kind of just comes off as kind of corny to me. Kind of clip arty. But I don't know, we'll see. I bought a rather, maybe you can't see this on this edition, on this cover, but a rather battered or kind of shitty looking copy of Catcher in the Rye. This is the only edition I could think of that I've seen that exists. So I've never read Catcher in the Rye, but I know it's a classic, obviously. It's something that I have wanted to read for a long while. And what better way to read it than this heavily annotated version by some rando that sold it to the used bookstore. So yeah, happy to have this. Next up, this is The Iron Throne by Simon Hawke. Again, this is one of the ones where I'm just I bought this solely based on the cover. I know nothing about the author. I know nothing about this series. I don't even know if this is the first of the series, if I'm being totally honest, but it's part of the, this store does the golden oldies, and they sell it for a little bit above what they normally how they sell books is they take half off of the retail price. And if you sell books to them, then you have store credit, and you can use, whenever you buy books, you use half of that store credit on the other half of the retail price. So basically you're getting a quarter of retail price for books, as long as you've sold books to them, which I have sold several. But these ones are priced separately, so it's for $7 to get. I don't know, it just seemed cool. I just thought it was cool, so I bought it. Sue Me. Fritz Liebe, The Swords of Lankmar. Another golden oldie, as you'll see. I thought the cover illustration was really cool. I am familiar with this name. I think I have a couple other books from him, but I have not read any of them yet. Again, I just liked the length of it. It seems relatively short. It might be the first in this series of this character, but I'm not totally sure. But anyways, I just think it looks cool. I'm saying that a lot, but that's really how I operate when I go and purchase things. Let's go next to Stephen Baxter with Manifold Space. This one, I also don't know much about. I feel like I've seen that name before, Manifold Space. It just sounds familiar. It is a space opera, which I am very interested in as a concept. I haven't read that many space operas, excluding Hyperion, the Hyperion Cantos, which I actually haven't finished, but I've read the first 3 novels. And yeah, I wanted to read more. I think space opera as a genre really appeals to me. I love the idea of like a big cast of characters that are spanning a whole galaxy, a whole universe. And a lot of space opera writers, to my understanding, have a lot of detail, have a lot of great world building, a lot of characters that are really fleshed out and interesting and unique. So I just kind of saw this and thought it fit the criteria of what I would enjoy, so I picked it up. Let's see what's next. Sorry, only 3 books left and then a couple DVDs, so I won't take up much more of your time. The Rift by Walter J. Williams. I was looking through they kind of have a weird organization between horror and thriller. So I think this was in the thriller section, but it kind of reads more like a horror novel, which I think is just a sign of the time. Like they were, horror was big and they were trying to sell it as a horror novel. But the reason that I bought this, and I kind of hate to admit it, but if this is your author photo, I want to read your book. If you choose to wear this hat and do this dorky ass pose, I'm gonna read your book. That's just how it is. Also, let me read this little blurb. Walter J. Williams has taught martial arts, small boat sailing, and English grammar and composition. I mean, you sold me. You sold me on that. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's about this earthquake. It is about this earthquake and just how this small town deals with it. Things go kind of crazy from my understanding. And I actually bought this book because of the length. It is over 900 pages. And it made me think of The Stand and other, King novels that are like very lengthy, have kind of a high concept, although this doesn't seem like a super high concept, but have a lot of characters that are interacting with each other in different ways. So yeah, I don't know. I might read it, I might not, but it's there if I want to. This one is The Heart of Muriel, the first in the series, as they labeled here, by Maggie Fury. That's a very good author name. This is the first book in the Shadow League. Again, bought this one based on the cover art, which is pretty awesome. And I read the back blurb, and I liked the idea of this this fantasy world that the races are separated by this big like magical curtain wall type thing, and so this curtain wall comes down, and they start like conflicting with each other, and their biomes, the environments that they live in, are very different, and so that sort of seems to be a part of the world. And a part of the events of the novel. So that just seemed really interesting to me. It seemed like a very cool setting. So I picked it up, and I will read it eventually, probably. And it's not super lengthy. It's just under 500 pages, 460 pages or so. So yeah, The Heart of Muriel. And then my last book is Fallen Dragon by Peter F. Hamilton. If you remember, I just picked up a Peter F. Hamilton novel. It was the second in the other series that I can't remember the name of. This is a standalone novel, I believe. And to my understanding, Peter F. Hamilton writes a lot of military sci-fi, which I'm also interested in. And it also seems to have like space opera-y vibes as well. So that's another reason I picked it up. Yeah, just bought it solely based on the author and the understanding of the genre, my understanding of the genre, I should say, that it is. So hopefully I'll read it and enjoy it, but I guess we will see. That's Fallen Dragon by Peter F. Hamilton. And finally, let's get to the DVDs. These I picked up at Big Lots, believe it or not. If you are sleeping on Big Lots, at least the Big Lots that I shop at in the like Southwestern Michigan area, you are missing out. Because they have some, like, they have a lot of garbage. They have a ton of garbage. But if you sift through the garbage, they have some good stuff, such as this. This is a Godfather series. The first 3 Godfather films on DVD. I got this for like $15. To me, that's a great price. I mean, yeah. There's what else can you say? It's The Godfather. I have seen the first Godfather film. I have not. I started the second one, but I fell asleep because I started it very late in the night. I have never seen the third film. I know it's kind of contentious, not super well loved, but I'm still interested in seeing it. And then it comes with a bunch of special features on 2 discs, which is awesome. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to complain for picking this up for $15. Not at all. So, that's the Godfather collection. The Coppola restorations, no less, I should mention. I don't know if that matters or not. I also picked up this movie, The Endless. Now, I have not seen this film. I have heard really good things about it. It's one of those, like, sleeper hits that people talk about sometimes. And I've been meaning to watch it for a long time, and I just saw it for a couple bucks and said, why not? So basically, it's about something about a cult that these 2 brothers escaped, and now they're kind of going back and trying to figure out what happened and sort of that sort of thing. So that's a very interesting premise. The cover is pretty cool, pretty cosmic, horror-y. So I'm not, I'm excited to watch this. I think it could be very good from what I've heard. Ooh, okay. This one, The Booth. If you know this, there's this label here, Tartan Asia Extreme. And I'm kind of trying my best to collect films as part of this line. I have a couple. I have Cello, and I have Maribito. And this is the 3rd film. I also have Old Boy, but it's not the... Oh, no, actually, the Old Boy is this edition. But I have some other films that are part of this, that were released on this imprint, or this whatever you call it. And, but they're not the Tartan editions, which is fine. But I don't know, just like, this is like to my understanding, this is like a defunct label. Like, they're not putting out any new releases or anything. So I just don't know why this is at... I don't know why this is at Big Lots, but it is. And the other ones I got were also at Big Lots. So I'm just confused. Why Big Lots has so many of these movies. But yeah, I know nothing about this. There's a Japanese, seems to be a horror film or maybe a crime thriller of some kind. Yeah, I'm just very happy to have found this for cheap. Literally, I think like $3, so can't go wrong there. Got my finger. Okay, 2 more. Another one. These last 2 also are just like, why is this thing? Why is this here? This is First Love, directed by Takashi Miike. I mean, I am a fan of his work that I've seen. I love Audition. I love Ichi the Killer as well. I want to see a lot more of these films. And so I saw this. I've actually had this on my wish list on Right Stuff for quite a while, on Blu-ray, and it was around $13, $10 to $13, and I got this for like $3 or $4. So I jumped at the opportunity, and they have several copies of this. I don't know who's ordering the DVDs at Big Lots. I have no idea. I literally have no idea. But I'm going to go back soon. I have no idea what this is about at all. I bought this solely because it's a Takashi Miike, so we'll see. And then finally, The Raid 2, which is also another, like, why the hell is this there? I guess this one makes a little more sense. I feel like it's a little more popular than the other ones that I showed. I have seen The Raid Redemption, and I thought it was great. Like, superbly choreographed fights, well-directed action movie. And I've been meaning to watch this. This guy, Gareth Evans, has something else coming out pretty soon, I think. I could be wrong about that, but so he's on the up and up for sure. He's a very talented dude. I'm looking at this. It's 150 minutes. That's a lot of action. But yeah, I don't know. Excited to watch it. I've heard good things about this movie too, so I have high expectations, I think. So, all right, yeah, that's everything. That's some books. That's some DVDs. Hope you enjoyed. If you've read any of these books, let me know how they were. I'm actually really, really interested. And if you've seen any of these movies, let me know how they were. I'm really interested as well. Leave a like if you liked it. Do a subscribe if you want to do that. Leave a comment. Tell me I'm ugly. I don't care. Just say something. Say something fun. If you're going to be mean, at least be funny. That's all I got to say. Anyways, yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hoobie 2's coming soon, hopefully. Just got to get a little prepared and then it'll be out. So, yeah. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Have a good Valentine's Day. I think this is going up on Valentine's Day, so have a good Valentine's Day. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.